Hey, my peeps, it is the Gooseman coming back at you with Hungarian Core and listening to Friday Night Tights.
Yeah, I think retard is like.
Let's
Did it ever go away? Did it ever really go?
No,
let's
not
get
really.
this going.
Retard's market share is getting threatened
Spring
by
Awakening.
Tylenol, so we gotta, push one or the other, I guess.
Gay's back.
Gay is back.
I can say it really.
Hell yeah, gay! Welcome back.
Way to go, Az. Thanks for pointing that out, Az. We appreciate it.
Combined with a little.
He got one.
He's been going through his head. I got to say
Father never went away for me, but Gay did.
Oh no, here we
Why's
go.
it gotta be dark?
For money,
It
was just like, do you know what? This is my true life.
Ooh,
Not going gay. I gotta
good counter.
Was there an outpouring in your life?
Gay between your lips.
Yeah.
It's what we just.
if coming out my lips, it's gay.
Speaking of the return of gay,
This is a good counter.
Lord of the Rings book.
Is gay?
Return of the gay.
You can get very lost here.
Don't think.
I feel like I'm using it as when we talk about gay stuff. We don't follow it when it's autism, but when it gets to the gay stuff,
We were
like
just trying to set the boundaries of the show to help the people in chat understand what yeah.
Jeez.
I just want to say, while my friend is here, to prove that I am not a ship. I have read your story of saints and sinners.
Okay, you haven't even got your book yet.
No, I
You mean Miss Beauty?
Draw that?
say yes.
Oh yes.
We need a version of the front page that Az drew. Like he needs to do his own.
That would be one.
That's what, you need to get a page right now and start drawing. And
You should have seen what I did draw.
lots and lots of dicks.
Oops.
Return of the gay.
There's a lot of cock. There's a lot of cock in there.
would you say it was the gayest?
Hey,
book ever.
congratulations to everybody who's got their Saints and Sinners book. We've already seen some reviews going on, and you're all a bunch of shills. Just want to say that right now. Bunch of
Never
shills.
change, please.
Never change. Okay, we got a show. We're going to talk about a little bit about Jimmy Kimmel coming back, but also kind of what happened the day that he came back. More significant, but we'll get to that. We're also going to discuss female Voldemort because I just want to see Ryan get upset, and that makes me kind of happy. And actually Ryan and I can discuss that. We also got the finale of Alien Dirt, or Alien versus.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna put in the title.
Three,
A-
golly
Alien
sakes,
versus
it's got
Redditor,
three
but I think
entrenchment.
with current events, it might have been a little tasteless, so I decided not to. And then
shit, yeah.
shocking episode of Peacemaker. Nobody saw what was coming in Peacemaker, and I just want to say,
Especially not Ryan.
yeah,
Is it 3 weeks ago we discussed it?
and I just want to point out that kindness is the new punk rock. Everybody,
Aye.
I think what's really turning that temperature down. So, should be.
I'm just.
Dude,
It's the first time in the entire series I've laughed.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
I actually,
funny.
to be fair, I laughed at intentionally at a couple of things that were funny, and well, I think it was still whatever. I laughed
Yeah.
3 times. I gotta say that's probably one of the better episodes that they've done, even though they, like, it. The entire season before that was completely useless. We spent one episode moving a door and another episode
Vigilante finally, after them trying
Yes.
the entire fucking series to get me to laugh at Vigilante, I finally did it.
I did.
I think it was It was when he was off on his own and he looked over. He's like, "My dad's not gay here." Or something. Like that random line was the one that
We'll get to it. There's legit some pretty good. The whole drug thing. Not getting rid of the drugs and the money. So we'll get to that. But Garrett's gone because his internet's been cut off.
Crazy guy.
Yeah, rest in peace.
That's in the chat for Garrett and his internet. Everybody.
Garrett's internet.
Well, hell, if it helps boost, the views on the channel a little bit, R.I.P. Garrett and his internet.
Top
for-
E did have an agreement that series ago, and so is dead. So anyway,
Yeah.
let's just carry on with the show.
Yep.
Hey, same rules here. Absolute same rules here, for sure. For sure. Let's start out. Jimmy Kimmel was suspended for how many games? Ryan, was Jimmy Kimmel
Not long
suspended for?
enough.
Let's see. So, what was it like? Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday, Monday? 3 or 4 days of paid is what Jimmy Kimmel and his entire staff.
Come on.
The biggest attack on free speech is not when, I don't know, someone who's a proponent of free speech is assassinated. It's not when a multitude of people are actually fired over something orders. It's not when the Biden administration gives direction to social media companies to censor and silence people. No, ladies and gentlemen, the attack on free speech, the biggest attack on free speech in our time, is when advertisers and sponsors revolt and tell Disney you need to do something about this. When local broadcasters say, hey, local people are in this show. And Disney finally has to say, hey, Jimmy, let's take a couple days since you're about to double down on this shit and just let things cool off. That is the biggest attack on free speech in living memory, according to these stupid fucks.
Exactly.
Just want to point out, Charlie Kirk was assassinated just 2 weeks ago. Just a little over 2 weeks ago.
Yo.
Record ratings and fiery return. Now,
I'm not saying
disagree, you
yeah,
made a
because
great
of
point
Charlie
earlier
Kirk. I'm
that
very
network
sad about
television
that.
has finally
Just
figured
happy
out
about killing that
what
guy.
Twitch streamers have been doing for years.
Yeah. Boring works the same on any platform. It is literally, everyone always comes back to see what you'll say when you return.
Yep.
You want to see whether you'll be sorry, whether you'll double down. That's the interesting thing. But it's sticking longer than a week is very unlikely.
It's already gone back down.
It will. Ryan said it in his video, which you should watch. I gave him a like. That it'll be back down to normal when the cycle goes through. The secret to TV rating success.
Oh, except that never happened.
Well, I mean, this is it.
Jeez, really?
Same time we all were.
No, this is a savvy billion-dollar corporation figuring out that they could frame it that way. This is what I mean, they're not all entirely dumb, and they know how to be opportunistic. And why not run with this? Because there's a bunch of people who will believe it.
We sat here last week, I think, and I was bitching about this because I said this is exactly what's going to happen. Like, he's not fired, he's just suspended. They're going to have a meeting with him, they're going to come back, and he's going to pretend like Trump tried to do this, and all the mainstream media people are going to gaslight these idiots out there into repeating the same shit.
And it's exactly what happened.
Nope.
The president's, hang on, go up a little bit.
And by the way, if this is real, right, the secret to TV ratings, Trump trying to cancel you. Holy shit, what a really bad fascist for,
Yes.
He's been on the air for 11 more months, shitting on him every single day. He got Jimmy Kimmel fired, who wasn't actually fired every single day. It's
Nice.
weird. This fascist thing, they must not understand how it works.
South Park that just got $1.5 billion deal and continues to make episodes to this very day. The president's rage attacks on Stephen Colbert because Stephen Colbert never attacked the president of America.
Nice.
To record viewership. This is something that CNN figured out in 2016. And it worked for them for a little while. Bashing Trump makes a lot of money. It does. Not sure for how much longer, but this was 1989. An FBI assistant director sent a letter accusing certain Compton rap group of encouraging violence against and disrespect against law enforcement. The group was, of course, NWA. Somebody want to say what the title of that band is?
Boys to Men, ABC, BBD.
That's it. And the song was its police brutality protest anthem, Fuck the Police. Quick side story. I had a warrant out for my arrest. I was on the run. I'm not kidding. I had dyed my hair. But I decided to go out in public because I'm retarded. And
Let's try it.
cop was driving by, and I thought my disguise was so good.
Nice.
He drove by the La Paloma that we started singing "Fuck the Police" to the cop going by.
Wow. Remember when that was as bad as it got? Like, that was...
Motherfucker turned around and recognized me and arrested me because I'm a dumb shit. I'm a fucking dumb shit.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. I think I went in for like... No, that was only... Thankfully, it was only like 3 or 4 months. But, you know, eventually got to that. The letter generated enormous press coverage, which decried government censorship and helped propel the song widespread popularity and helped establish legendary status. We don't. We're obviously going with the Streisand effect. The problem is, and they're definitely going to point out that South Park got a pop from it. Because has Colbert's ratings gone up?
For a limited time at McDonald's, get a Big Mac extra value for $8. That means 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, and medium fries, and a drink. We may need to change that jingle.
Prices and participation may vary.
They went up initially when it was announced that he was done, basically, and now they've fucking leveled off again. Because people do not watch these people. Yes, everyone was going to watch Jimmy Kimmel when he returned, when he pretended that he was some fucking victim, when they tried to turn him into this fucking martyr for free speech, which is an absolute joke. Yeah, of course people are going to tune in to see what happens. And then after a couple days, they're going to
Let's
resume
try to force you to surrender. That wasn't good.
Watching Jimmy no. Just doesn't.
Especially the whole show. Like even Tim Pool, like he actually went through and said on the YouTube side of things, like only the monologues he would do about Trump would do like millions of views, and then every other thing he ever did only got like tens of thousands of views.
Oy. That's weak.
Just out of curiosity.
Oh my God, it's millions every episode gets.
Oh man.
Kind of off the top of my head, guess, but.
Which is on Nexstar and Sinclair, I don't think are showing him. Don't know how long.
I believe Sinclair said that on Friday they're going to return to showing Jimmy Kimmel. I don't believe Nexstar's said anything yet.
Okay. And of course he didn't apologize. And he cried on cue. Everybody
That
saw
was
the video. And he's back.
very
He
bad.
said some nice things about Erica. He did. Trying to cry, like crying for Jimmy Kimmel is just a normal Wednesday, honestly. Like that is, cries all the time. He cried when Trump got elected again. He cries all the time.
Dude,
but no, he did not
as-
apologize. He said, "I'm sorry if you felt that way." He said stuff like that. Which,
And the most egregious
that's how I
thing,
apologize to women.
He
So.
didn't even say sorry. He never said that word at all.
the most egregious thing is that ideology, he was just an insane lunatic.
Oh,
And it's like, no, he was an insane lunatic, but he was also subscribing to
Kimmel.
Yeah, so that same day, when all of Hollywood, 400 people from Hollywood signed a petition to back Jimmy Kimmel. There were cries to cancel Disney Plus. By the way, just a little side note, anybody who canceled Disney Plus and has to re-sign up, it's now going to cost you more. They raised the prices.
Joke's on them.
They raised the prices. Which is hilarious. It comes out that YouTube, and this is shocking news to all of you here, I'm sure. This is just going to floor you all. It turns out that Google, through YouTube, which they blame the Biden administration, was censoring.
I'm crushing him.
Was shadow banning channels. Was removing channels that were not breaking their guidelines.
All right.
I can't believe
That
what
ends
you're
that
saying, Gary.
side.
I am shocked. Absolutely shocked. This is my shock face.
Google admits to censorship under Biden, promises to end bans of YouTube accounts of thousands of Americans censored for political speech. Now, we all know this went on with Twitter. We all know this went on with Facebook. We all suspected
the censorship
absolutely knew this went on with Google.
that's
and
going on
any
in
other
America
social
is
media,
disgusting.
Platform out there,
And
if
all
Elon
this
doesn't
is going to
buy
go
Twitter,
back to that
this
same
doesn't
stuff
happen. None
if
of this happens. Now,
once
you can ask
Trump's
yourself,
out of office.
why didn't the Trump administration do anything about this? In his first term?
Consequences
Good
need to
question.
happen.
That's a good question. Many people were asking for it. And then it got worse. If Kamala is elected, none of this shit happens, and more channels will be listening. And it's stuff even like maybe even Joe Rogan. That's so crazy, but just look at the UK. Just look at the UK.
Oh, they were going for it. Big time.
I didn't find that they didn't do this to anyone.
Good.
else in the
Good.
With this.
Yeah, it's because
I don't know.
an American politician about it specifically, and so they're just replying to the American, championship.
We saw accounts that were outside America, you know, Saga, Dave Cullen, they got,
Who are you going to hold?
Dave Cullen got yeeted and stuff.
Nah,
And so, no,
shoot.
they were hitting anyone. A narrative.
I still heard background noise, Chrissy, by the way. Today, thanks to the oversight of Chairman Jim Jordan, Google commits to offer all creators previously kicked off of YouTube due to political speech violations on topics such as
Nice.
an opportunity to return to the platform. To the following, also admitted the following.
Oh, jeez.
One, the Biden administration pressured Google to censor American and remove content that did not violate YouTube policy. Now, many of us were pointing. You want to scroll down? Many of us were pointing that out at the time. A lot of us saw.
Thank you.
Computing Forever, Dave Cullen, and I heard Sinatra Says is coming back too. Two channels that aren't back.
Oh my gosh.
Alex Jones.
Oh, that
Now,
got torn
I
up.
guess YouTube recently came out and said, well, it's a process. Which means, well, with certain channels, I don't know. Alex Jones should come back, like him or not. They should come back, like him or not. But this is all about the free speech, right? We were so upset about Jimmy Kimmel, but not a peep from anyone in Hollywood or anywhere about this.
It's not about our free speech, it's about their free speech.
No.
And this is just I would say
that's
the
good, that's good.
third big issue of this. We already knew that happened. We already found that stuff right now. We already know that happened with Facebook. Zuckerberg admitted it, right? So
Good.
this is the third and the biggest, the giant social media platform. People posting videos and
Right.
stuff like that. It is now kind of confirming the exact same thing.
One of the biggest issues with all this, the most important time when these conversations were being had around the election, was silence all these voices, and this is the biggest issue. And they basically walked us back, 3-4 years later now. But the problem is, most of the time these conversations were being had,
They threw everything they had at it.
the world being silenced, and that is really
Yeah, it was like people were figuring out if they were willing to lose their job or not over getting the vaccine, and they were trying to decide for themselves.
Well, and it was also mail-in ballot and people showing videos of people stuffing ballot boxes, and then the government came in and said, "You can't show us." cheating."
Yeah, well, I can't avoid that.
I don't know what fucking fascism is.
It's this.
It's that's your fascism that you've been looking for all along, and they were so quiet about it. They being Hollywood and any commentator, especially on any of the legacy broadcast media, nobody would bring that up. And if you questioned it, you were a traitor to this nation. This was the most fair and honest election.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was the most fair and honest election of all time.
I'm not sure how much this will actually change YouTube. Now they're saying they're going to bring back banned accounts. It's like, okay, yeah, that's good, but are they going to do anything about
Nuts.
shadow banning.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna keep doing what they're doing in regards to that. So, just gently putting their thumb on the scale. I think you're gonna bring back the dislike button, because that was also basically a Biden administration edict.
Does everyone keep saying unalive? Still in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing too is that we know, based off of the Google town hall that was leaked by Breitbart, exactly how they felt, and they were willing to basically put their thumb on the scale in favor of progressivism, and that's really what I would say the Trump administration went to Google and said, hey, we want you to go and ban these accounts. They would absolutely push back. The only reason why they did this is because this is directly in alignment with their own philosophy, ideology, you name it, whatever.
Well, you saw it there. One of their points that they were celebrating is that, well, unlike Facebook, we didn't use third-party fact-checkers to decide who to ban. Like, no, you hired your own people and did it within the company yourself. So those people are still there. They still believe the same things, and they'd still go back and ban all those same accounts. Because in this case, I'd say it wasn't actually the government, because you still decided to do it with your own employees.
No, they were absolutely willful in this, in what was going on here, and that's the thing that's so disgusting about it, because it was in alignment with their ideology. They were completely fine with it.
What's this? X-ray girl. We moved away. From the
this is Lady G driving.
Okay, go back to
Says
the
number
other one.
3.
Says number 3.
The company is committed to doing its part to continue to keep the digital ecosystem safe, reliable, and open to free expression. Alphabet designs its products to work for everyone.
As long as you have the right opinions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't. Well, you can't have all of those. You can have it reliable to free speech, but you can't have free speech and safe, because it's inherently dangerous, because you will hear things you disagree with.
Exactly. Bias towards a particular viewpoint is not in line with the company's values or the company's business interests. Alphabet's business model depends on being a useful source of information for everyone and a home for users of all backgrounds. As a result, Alphabet has a natural long-term business incentive to apply and develop its policies consistently, impartially, and independently.
Okay,
Go back to
remember
the other one.
authoritative sources when they were pushing that narrative like 2-3 years ago?
They kind of actually tacitly a reliable source of information. Who determines what's reliable?
Exactly.
Because they're the ones that want to push authoritative sources, which means mainstream sources, and then they determine what they think is correct, and then they any voice that's speaking something that they don't agree with.
Yeah, and the other issue too is, as soon as a Democrat is back in power again, we're going to be right back to this bullshit again.
Absolutely, and that's what we always have to. That's what we were saying at the time. We were saying this double-edged sword that you guys are setting the precedents over and over again. And this is back during the Biden administration, and we can go back to the Obama administration. It's like, you don't think that's going to be used against you? And then the extremists will start using it to. And what it does is it destroys trust, public trust. That's what they're doing with the judicial system. That's what they're doing by not arresting people who should be arrested and put in jail. They're trying to get us to basically not question. That's what mail-in ballots and start questioning election. The House always fucking wins. All right, so they're trying to destabilize the system so they can create their committing saving their whole new system.
Yep. By wiping out the
That's what
Constitution.
China wants, isn't it? That's what China wants. Okay.
Well, I mean, in the UK, you have a digital problem reaction solution. There is there's an immigration problem in your country, and these immigrants are taking work from people. We have a solution. We will track your every move, we'll track your bank account, we'll track everything.
Yeah, digital ID, also known as the Chinese social credit system. That's exactly.
The people who are letting in the asylum seekers, inverted commas, who are economic migrants, into the country, undocumented, putting them up in hotels, giving them all kinds of stuff. They're actually going to digital ID the citizens of the UK who are doing that.
Yeah.
And we already have before you can go to work anyway.
Yes.
Because you have to go through the PAYE tax system and stuff.
Yes.
So everything that they say will stop, we already have a solution for.
Yes.
The Biden administration censorship pressure was unacceptable and wrong, says YouTube. Something they could have
still didn't.
They could have easily said no to. It was PBD podcast brought it up a couple of days ago. With the San Bernardino shooter from the government requested the shooter's phone from Apple, and they said no. They said no at the time, and they had to get a third-party company to crack it. Easily could have been Apple going, listen, we can't get into our own customer stuff, but if we create a third-party company to crack it, would that be okay? That's probably what happened, but that's what they did. But they still said no. You can say no. Public debate should never come at the expense of relying authorities. Oh, authoritative sources. Remember when we questioned that? So are they going to stop putting Wikipedia articles on the bottom of people's videos? Super reliable.
Probably not.
The totally unbiased Wikipedia. Have you seen some of the editors?
No,
Some of the
unfortunately,
top,
I've
no,
not.
you have.
Yes.
You have.
You just close your eyes and you can see them.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're
you
the
can
same
see
people
them.
committing all these shootings is what they
One
are.
of them's a failed romantasy author.
Really?
Romantic.
Romantasy?
Romantasy.
Wow.
Is that the bull? Is that the bull?
Yeah,
Or no, is that like
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh no, clitless it was.
Clitlet.
Clipless.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's funny because it's true. The
Or we could
company,
just call it what it is. It's porn. It's female porn.
the company
Smart.
will never ever use third-party fact checkers ever again. Promise.
Until another Democrat's in power.
And then
They're just using their own.
blame the Europeans when you can't blame the Biden administration. European censorship laws, which are shit, target American companies and threaten American speech, including
Well.
harmful
Pushing
content.
through to here
These
is going to
major
be a
admissions
tough go.
come after Chairman Jordan's
But I think
subpoena to
I can-
Google and a years-long
Oh,
investigation.
golly
years-long
sakes. I have to get
investigation
all
into
of
the
them?
company. So yeah, they're going to stop any day now. Any day now. Like in YouTube's defense, they've gotten better. It's way better than it was during COVID. Of course, you could say, "Hey, damage done."
Yeah, this
You'd
stuff
be
is
right.
going to push
You'd
through
be
to...
right. But they have definitely gotten
Yeah.
better. But there are certainly issues you cannot talk about to this day. You can't talk about the transmissions. You just can't. You can't have any kind of reasonable conversation about it at all. They don't like it.
The thing that really bothers me is the fact that, yeah, okay, they bring up the whole thing with what happened with Biden. Well, what about before that? What about Carlos Maza and what happened with Crowder and him basically causing, was it Apocalypse 2.0? I mean, that was a thing. The censoring of conservative and moderate voices that are going on. Well, over
Whatever
a decade.
happened to that trust fund commie?
I don't know. He kind of just disappeared.
He disappeared.
Nope,
Stop being
let's
relevant,
just...
I guess.
Oh, he
He
never
did.
was relevant. But these people get propped up by getting hired from. Because didn't he work for one of those stupid,
Daily
Something to
rag.
that effect. But that happened on the day Jimmy Kimmel was brought back after a couple of days suspension, and nobody and while they were doing their victory lap for that win of Kimmel coming back because Trump censored him for some reason, which people are still fucking running with, because the FCC chairman made an off-color comment, which you could say has power, but none of these companies have given a shit what they say before.
I'm not doing it. I think they have artillery behind, and I'm not...
Well, the
I'm
only
not
thing they
gonna...
would have gotten would be
Give me a chance to hit me.
at this point.
I'd rather build up a
That
church,
hasn't
man.
happened. So
Yeah.
it's bullshit.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did technically break a rule. I don't know.
He did. No, misleading the public because of FCC guidelines on basically the public airwaves. He cannot lie intentionally or misrepresent facts to the public.
No.
All right.
There is differences.
That's it.
surrounding,
Stay Lutheran, my
like,
friends. Thanks for watching.
CBS, ABC, like those type of broadcasts.